All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We have praise and Roya. All right. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let me know if everyone can hear me. I just dashed into the YouTube channel to make sure that everything is all right over there, and also the Facebook channel. Everything's right. So for people that will be logging in or zooming in from YouTube, from Facebook, right? So from all over the world, they can actually do that. All right. So everything is good. And we are set. All right. All right. So let's begin. Today is Monday, 27th. All right. And today, on our Frankfurt opening session, we were looking at first, we're going straight into the chart. Before then, we need to see what the fundamentals are saying. Understand? We need to understand what the fundamentals are saying. So we need to go straight to see what the fundamentals are saying, because I like to teach my students that fundamentals give you an idea of what to buy, but technicals tells you what to buy and when to buy. All right, so fundamentals tells you what to buy, while technicals tells you when to buy. All right, so you can be hearing a story like, okay, the USD will be going up, all right, with appreciating in price. And you look at your chart and you're not seeing a reflection of what the fundamentals are saying on the technicals. All right, so you want to wait till you actually see some build up or something confirming to you what the fundamentals are saying. All right, so let's go straight into the fundamentals first. And I like to take a preview of the economic calendar first. Before we do that, let's understand that these sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays are, are from Pipminds International. All right, it's part of their benevolence and part of way of actually reaching out to the general public and contributing their little quota. All right, so you can be part of the academy by having to sign up to Pipminds. Log into www.pipminds.com and you sign up there and you can be part of the academy, or you ask how you can actually join to part of the academy to get the proper education on how to become a successful trader. All right, so let's go straight into the economic calendar we have for the week. On Tuesday, which is 28, we have the Bank of Japan outlook report and monetary policy. So those news are actually tentative. They're not no exact time. All right, they're tentative. All right. So on that same Tuesday, we have the CB consumer confidence. On Wednesday, which is 29, we have, this is going to be a massive and a very big news, because we are going to seize advantage of this opportunity which it presents to us. We are going to make full use of this news. So we have this on Wednesday, Australian news, CPI. All right, let's see. Okay, please let me know at one point. Oh, you saying you can't hear me? Are you? Let me. Okay. Okay. All right. So on Wednesday we have this news on Aussie, and this is about 2:30 or 2:30. All right. So we have the CPI, the trim mean CPI, and on that Tuesday we have the advanced GDP for USD, FOMC statement, FOMC press conference, and on Thursday we have for the Chinese yuan, we have the manufacturing PMI, and we also have the on Thursday we have main refinancing rates, monetary policy statements, and we also have news for the card on Thursday, GDP. That's the monthly report. For that Thursday, we have the ECB press conference. All right. So unemployment claims is on Thursday as well for USD. ISM manufacturing PMI is on Friday. All right. So let's go straight into the chart and then see how we can take advantage of this news and opportunity as a whole. All right. First, check out this fractal. All right. I said on Sunday that 80% out of 100 price will always go back to a liquid area, a more liquid area, in order to gather momentum. All right, for a push to the upside. All right. First on Sunday, I said what we wanted to do first from Sunday and during the pre-market review was to look into this area. We saw that price made a push from this area, broken up, all right, came back, did another push, but this area here was a very strong area that actually held price down. Okay, let's zoom in so everyone can see clearly. This zone here of the 107,800, all right, price is unable to break above the 10800, all right, so 10800 has been a very strong area that perhaps have yet to break above. All right, we had that breakout, and what we want to be doing, we're not going to be involved in this trade at the moment because overall, um, market makers have a way of actually tricking retail traders, all right, into making a wrong decision, all right, because for a regular trade, this should be a retest, and this should be a sell to the downside. If you're looking at it from, if you're looking at this trade from a smaller time frame perspective, you'll be looking at a bounce of this area, all right, maybe a retest of some sort, and then you can then look to sell to downside. All right, so that's technical. That's more textbook. It cannot get more textbook than this. After a breakout of the range, a retest and a sell. All right, but that will not be the case for us for the USD JPY this week. I will only be looking and with the students. The reason why it's really good to be part of the academy is because you have the opportunity to speak with the mentors and you have the opportunity to actually get tips on actually what we are looking at in the week to come and what we expect to see of the market. I like to put it first to my student that a missed trade is not a missed money. You don't lose money by missing a trade, but actually you lose money by entering a wrong trade. All right, so you can actually be losing money when you are in a wrong trade. All right, so normally this is supposed to be a retest and then a boom break to the downside. All right, so but first we want to see price actually, even if we're going to have a breakout, we want to see price breaking out of this whole structure of the 10700, and on the retest, all right, we will look to go short. But for now, we're not going to be taking any decision with the students that was sent out before this session. We just only have to wait and watch out for price action and how it unfolds today, because clearly today's are for direction, Monday's out for direction. We don't basically open positions or more positions on Monday. We only use it for direction. All right, but let's look at it on the daily. On the daily, it is more clear on the daily that than the H4. In some ways, all right, it's more clear in some aspects, because from the daily here, we could see that this was support, price tried to break above, came back, this was resistance, all right? So here, initially, before now, I spoke about this with a student that what I wanted to see first is a correction, all right? Is a correction of a bigger move, all right? The correction of a bigger move, and that's what I wanted to see. All right, so let's zoom in clearly. After the wave 5, we want to see a correction frame the daily, all right, to identify what we have. First, we have this push to downside. So we have this A, B, C, all right? So ABC forms our B. We need to see another push to the upside to make up our B. So first, we saw that price, all right? Let's use a line chart. Let's not get ourselves all confused with all this. Okay, rather, let's use, all right? Whoa. All right, so we can say that first we had this first impulse, and we had this correction. Have this impulse. All right, fine, beautiful. Looking at a three-wave B. So impulse. We expect a correction up to this point, and we expect another push to so this. So we expect that to be our B around that zone. All right. So we expect that to be our B inside of that area. All right. So from there, we can explore how the outcome will be. But what we want to be seeing first, we want to be seeing. I spoke about this 2 weeks ago that you want to be seeing everything in the right proportion. All right. You want to be seeing proportion happening. And one, we could see that it took how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to form this impulse. And you see that the correction here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 about almost same. All right, almost same for the next move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So almost same. So one, if you're having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we need to see a correction almost similar or something related. So for the USD card this week, what we're looking to do with the students is going to be watching actually. Initially, when the market opened last this week with here. All right, so now the market is actually making a move to the downside. All right, it's making a move to the downside. And what I want to see is reaction inside of this zone. So I need to see that price is coming into this zone. This is a liquidity zone here, and this is also a liquidity zone. So these two zones is where we are going to be looking at. All right, price coming into. And once price can come into these two zones here, we are going to be looking at price action inside of these two zones for a reaction to the upside. And once that happens, we are going to be looking at reactions inside of this area for a push to the upside. All right, so but that's going to be what we are going to be looking at with the students. But here we have no business with the market overall, because what we want to be doing, we want to be buying this pay and USD pay in general for the week. Okay, right. So let's go straight into the pounds USD. The pounds USD, I spoke about this pay when this pay was here. I said I want to see a reaction to the upside. Okay. Now watch for the reaction inside of this zone. All right, you need to watch for reaction inside of this zone. And why this zone? All right, so this was a liquidity zone, so we can as well extend it a little bit, all right, to accommodate everything. All right, so we look at reaction inside of this zone for push to downside. All right, so we're not going to be in a hurry with this trade. All right, so let's go straight back into the okay, this is up here. All right, we have it that we expected. We had a sell last week from this zone into this area, which we hopped out of the trade. And clearly, if you can see from the daily, that price actually did break out of this structure, came back for a retest, and is about starting another rally to the downside. All right, breakout, retest, rally. Okay, so let's go down to the H4. All right, so this was the retest just spoke about. The students, they want to see a retest of this zone. All right, first, if you are going to have a breakout, you want to see a breakout up from this point to the upside. All right, so from here, we open the sell and we have this trade trading to the downside. All right, so it's a very good sell. It's a very good trade. All right, so a sell from this point is very sweet and wonderful. All right, so let's go straight into another chart, the Aussie card. All right, the Aussie card. Aussie card, this was the zone I was actually expecting to see market create some bit of reaction. But if the market can actually make a move into this zone, which was a very strong zone before in the past, we are going to watch out for price action and see how we can make full advantage of the opportunity which it presents. All right, but for now, we just have to predict, wait, and then react. All right, so that's what we teach the students. You predict, all right, you wait, and then you react. All right, so this is a very strong area. Support, resistance. So if price is actually making a push to this zone, it's up for us to look at the zone and watch out for reaction inside of this zone. All right. So that's what we want to be doing for this week. We're not going to have any trade for now. Today is Monday. All right. So we might as well have that reaction on Monday. If market makes its way back below the zone, all right. So that's the reaction we're looking at. The reaction we're looking at to see if market makes its way into this zone on Monday after this big push up. Do not to H4. You can clearly see what I'm talking about. All right. So if market makes its way back into this zone, what we're going to be doing, or what I like teaching my students and everyone back in the academy, we understand that you should have a reason to be involved in a trade. So if we have market make a push from this point, breaking back below here, and on the retest here, we'll look to sell the right weeks to reward to the downside. All right. So that situation with the Aussie card. For now, everything looks bullish. All right. The target is not very far-fetched. From the this looks like a V shape end. All right. This is like a V shape structure. All right. Looking at it from the monthly perspective, you see that this is just a single monthly candle. All right. And today is already 27th. All right. Today is already 27th. And we have this page to be inside of this zone. So we should expect a reaction of this zone 1. From the monthly time frame, these are the zones we should be expecting reactions from 2. All right, so we have to watch out for such reaction inside of this zone. All right. So once that can happen, we'll look to sell throughout next month, which is May, to the downside. All right. 2 scenarios in the market: risk on and risk off. All right. So this week we're starting the week with risk on. The more risky players are actually getting the hits around. They're actually getting more of the demand, which is the Aussie, New Zealand, which we spoke about before. All right. So this is risk on week. So they're actually benefiting from the risk on sentiments. All right. So the JPY and the Swiss francs are actually not benefiting because they're actually risk off pace. All right. So when you need not to trade risky pace, you hop on the JPY and the Swiss francs. All right. So move trading to gold. Right? So we had that gold break out of this strong structure here, made a push. All right. And it's actually heading to the 177,400 structure. But one of the reasons why I will not be involved in gold for now anymore, because I hopped out of the buy, is one, I want to see gold make a deeper retracement. I don't know for some sort or when that's going to happen, but overall I want to buy, but I don't want to buy at this point because it's not a good price to buy. I'm trading, you buy low, you sell high. All right, so I want to buy, but I want to buy low. All right, so from the monthly perspective, you can see that this big candle, one, the advantage, it is not a Marabout candle because it had a wick, it has a wick here. And this is a Marabout candle, So price mostly 40 out of 100% doesn't come back to this zone at the very first push. So Marabout candle here on gold, price never came back to that area. This was a Marabout candle. Okay, this wasn't the Marabout candle. All right, so let's look at a few Marabout candles on gold and how they react. Okay, so this was Marabout candle at this point, and price never came back to that zone after that big push. Okay, this was a Marabout candle, price pushed Marabout candle. All right, so what we're expecting of gold from the daily, some sort of reaction. We had it that market was actually in this, following this trend, breakout, came back for a retest. So this might actually be a retest. We do not know, but from the H4, all right, we have it that price have one. What we want to see first, we want to see price breaking out this structure. All right, these are 2 structures in the market which we can identify. Price can actually make a move, bounce off this structure, and then continue to the upside. All right, so that's possible. So we're not going to be trading gold for any reason for now. All right, personally, so I don't know about some other person's idea on gold. So for gold, I'm not going to be trading gold until I have a reaction or an adjustment in the market structure that suits to my own trading strategy and my own trading style, and also what I can identify. I like to ask first in the market, what can you identify? What kind of structure do you see? Can you identify a structure in the market? Because it all starts from being able to identify a structure in the market. All right, so let's move straight to pound CHF. Pound CHF, this was an expanding diagonal. All right, I spoke about this with the students, and I also spoke about this on the pre-market session. All right, if and only if and only if. I like to make that statement because forex trading is about looking at possibilities, probability. At the same time, I don't like to look at either, or I don't like to look at both separately. I look at the possibility and I look at the probability. Possibility looks at what will happen. Probability is what is happening. So what is happening in the market, we tend to play with it. If price can make its way breaking off this structure here, all right, around the 121,400, breaks to the upside, look to buy into breaking up this expanding diagonal. All right, because looking at the whole chart, everything aligns better and everything aligns well. What only will confirm to us is a break above this zone here, and we'll continue buying this thing to the upside. All right, but we have seen another structure from the daily. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what we have already is already in play. I spoke about this. It's already in play. I spoke about this on my market preview. It's already in play. This is the structure I in the market, because it's a question I like to ask my students first. Do you see a pattern in the expanding diagonal playing out? All right, so we started making our decisions as to when and how to get involved, because that should be a question ask himself. How will you get involved in this market? You need to actually plan your trade. Boom, on to target this area. All right, and expanding diagonal is on a expanding diagonal, and how it looks like, the speed, the momentum. All right, so this was the case of an expanding here at the end. This was the A, B, C, D, E. All right, and this was the X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. All right, so it's always very fast in strength. All right, it's always very fast in strength. So this was the case. When I find diagonal, it's always very fast. It's not a sloppy market. It's an impulse wave move. All right, so this was another case of an expanding diagonal, which we took great advantage. This was an expanding diagonal. Boom, A, B, C, D, E. Boom. At this point, made a push correction. Boom, to the upside. So once you can actually have this break happening above, you look to buy. It actually hits the target, wait for the replacement, and then complete the rally. All right. So this is what we're actually going to expect, and what we might be expecting from the pound CHF for the completion of that expanding diagonal. All right. So once this can happen, a break above this structure can happen, we look to buy with the right risk reward. But for now, what are we seeing the market doing? We have seen that the market actually is trying to do a reversal pattern of some sort, because I think the statement that a reversal pattern is actually a failed continuation pattern, and a continuation pattern is a failed reversal pattern. All right, so this was supposed to be a reversal pattern, the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder forming here, but we have it that price was already broken above this shoulder level is happening in the market at the moment. All right, so this will happen in the market at the moment. We have it that price have actually broken above this structural position, all right, and back into this zone. But we cannot do anything at the moment because this was a previous high. We don't want to risk market coming into this zone here, reacting off this zone, making a push to the downside. All right. So we need some bit of commitment, we need some bit of reaction, and we need reasons to be involved in a trade. So, but for now, price can actually come up to this zone, bounce off, and then continue the rally to the downside. So, but that we do not know. So we have to wait for a reaction and a reason to be involved in this trade. So for now, we're not going to have any trade until there's a reaction of this trade or reaction, because one, we could see that this is a bullish Marabolo candle. All right, it means that we have more of the bulls in the market. So this is a bullish Marabolo candle, and we need to actually. The dollar index, we spoke about the dollar index, that was 2 weeks ago. We had a buy position here. And wanted to see market actually make a move to this move at zone. And once that happens, we look to actually add positions for a buy into the zone. All right. So next play we should be looking at, we're looking at BTC. We spoke about BTC since 2 weeks ago, and we spoke about even on the pre-session. I gave it out that once BTC can break above this structure here, we had a buy. All right. So we are still holding on to that buy and to target this zone. Overall, from the weekly, let's get this out quickly so we can continue. All right. So overall, from the weekly, we have that price actually did break above this structure. Once that could happen, we're ready for the trade, and we expect price to actually come up to this zone before starting doing another correction. All right. So we are still in the trade, and it's a very super good trade to be. So we have it that we are here, and we're still hoping that price will actually move up to this zone, which is the 8,500. All right, so let's move on to the USD Mexican peso. Beautiful. What I wanted to see with the USD Mexican peso is actually in play, but that notwithstanding, will not still make a rush into the market at the moment. Initially, we had USD Mexican peso at this point to make a push to the upside, because initially what we saw, all right, what we saw from USD Mexican peso from the daily was market actually making this move. All right, so this was when this analysis was sent out to TradingView. Okay, so let's quickly go to TradingView and then see this analysis. I like to always do a recap. All right, so let's go down to TradingView and then do a recap of that analysis. All right, turning to TradingView. All right, so initially, what I wanted to see the market do and the pattern I recognized from the setup was this. All right, it's coming up. I saw this and I recognized it in the market. And originally, I had a buy after this break and a retest this zone, the upside, before then giving out this on TradingView. And we could see that everything played out well. Price had made a push to the upside and also testing the resistance, which from this point us. Then overall, we don't want to be involved in a selling market. We don't want to be selling against the trend. We don't want to be selling the USD Mexican peso. Well, we are still in an uptrend. All right. So the only thing we're doing, we're going to be waiting for an opportunity to buy the USD Mexican peso. All right. So for the USD, let's move to another chart. The USD, Euro USD. All right. Euro USD is a very complicated pair at the moment, and last week, I said that the students should not be trading this pair, should not be involved in any way around making a trade action around this pair. All right. So, but for now, what we can see here structurally, we have it that this was a very strong zone. All right. So we can actually start drawing that. A very strong zone. Market bounce off 1, 2, came in back, find liquidity. All right. So overall, what we want to be doing is to wait for some sort of reaction, right? If the market can make its way if the market can make its way from this point inside of this area, boom, here, all right? The market can make its way inside of that area, all right? What we're looking to do with the students, we watch out for reaction inside of this zone for a sell to the downside, while our stop loss is somewhere up here. So what we need to see is the market make a move inside of that area. Overall, we want to sell the Euro USD, all right? We want to sell, so we cannot be involved in any buy trade at the moment unless we find an opportunity which we want to be involved. So we want to be involved in a sell trade for the Euro USD, and we will have to wait for an opportunity to present itself. So this is a very strong structure. The market should come into this zone. We look to open a trade with the right risk to reward inside of this zone, around the 108,800 precisely, and our risk will be around the $1, and our target will be inside of this zone. So this will be 1:2 risk to reward trade. All right. So this will be our risk. 1:2 risk to reward trade, and it's going to be a nice position to be. All right. So let's just quickly copy this to the Telegram group immediately. All right. So this will be a good position to be, and it will be a very nice trade. All right. So let's see if there's a pay which the student wants us to analyze before we wrap up the session. All right. So let's talk about crude oil briefly. Crude oil, we spoke about crude oil during the pre-session yesterday, and I spoke about this. Question asked if it's a good time to buy or be involved in crude oil. I spoke about this, that we cannot be taking any decision at an indecision point. First, we want to see crude oil breaking above this structure here, because this was the support. We want to see it breaking above. And on the retest, we can open a buy on crude oil. All right. So for now, it is not a good position to be. It's not a good trade to take, because this was also what happened previously. This was a structure here, and market came up and then couldn't break above, and market then rallied down. All right. So it's not a good position to be, and I wouldn't advise any of my students to be there. All right. Okay, so let's see quickly if the daily market is almost 8:45. Daily market, you want me to analyze and roughly check in. All right. So let's see. Let's see quickly before we move on.
Hello, boss. Can we analyze USD card?
Anyone that has the market, okay, USD card. Okay, I think we spoke about this. Okay, we spoke about this pay before. All right, so let's just go back to the recap of this pay. One, overall, I personally I want to buy the USD card. Right, I want to buy the USD card overall. And now, where the market is, it's in an indecision point, so I cannot be involved in the market at the moment. If you look at this individual candle, from our individual candle analysis, okay, right, you're not, okay. For those that are not in the group, will not be able to understand what I mean by individual candle analysis, because we actually do that for the students generally. And you look at the properties, what comprises of a particular candle. All right, so let's look at here. You can see that this candle alone here, it's white here on our volume. It's white here, this candle alone. And for market to have broken below with this candle alone, it means that price will stay here for a little while. And we only want to buy, we don't want to sell, because we never can tell when there will be a break of this candle, because this was a less volume candle. If you look at here, it is stated here that this was a climax low. It was a climax low, this candle here. But a climax low candle breaking below a strong support, bounce, resistance, support, breaking below. It means that the market makers actually make wrong decision. All right. Now let's look at it from the D1. What can we see from the D1? All right. From the D1, we saw that this candle alone was still a we see here that it's still a chunk and it is above the moving average. All right. So this was a churn. So this whole candle means that the market maker traders is making a decision. So one, we'll be looking for area of liquidity. All right. So this whole area here, if you look at this whole area here on the D1, look at this single candle. It forced its way above the liquidity zone with so much power. Came back for a retest, trying to make another push, correction. So here we are expecting price to come back to the liquidity zone around this zone. So let's look at the H4. I'm expecting price to make its way back into this zone. I'm expecting price to do that. All right. Then with a confirmation, I will look to buy from this point. I put it that 80% out of 100 of the time that price will always make its way back to the liquidity area. It had of 100% of the time. So for law of proportion, for us looking at law of proportion here, the massive push. So 7 bars. Here, 7 bars. This impulse, boom, 6 bars. So if you take 7 bars, another impulse from this point down to this zone, 6 bars, and this is the start of a new zigzag, anyway. All right, so it's taking 5 bars for impulse. So I expect it to take at least another 5 bars for a correction. So probably by tomorrow, we are going to see price come into this zone perfectly by tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, we'll start looking for reaction to buy the USD card. So the whole of Monday and Tuesday, you can be looking for reaction to sell USD card into this liquidity zone more. Then by Wednesday, you can look for a reaction to buy the USD card because that should complete about the 5, almost 6 bars from Tuesday or Wednesday. You'll start looking for buy opportunities to buy the USD card to the upside. All right. So law of proportion will set into play here. And we understand with the students before now that we are not going to be involved in any trade involving the USD card today, tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We're going to be starting looking for opportunity on Wednesday. All right. So that's for the USD card. Okay. Any other pay before we wrap this up?
Thank you.
All right. Gracias. Any other page before we wrap this up? All right. So we very much appreciate your time and your being here, but you need to understand that these sessions will not last much or more longer. All right. So if you want to take full advantage of the opportunity, you want to become a student, Pipminds International, can actually come into the academy and register for 3 months. All right. So we actually have a very customer-friendly price here. For 3 months, you can learn not only forex, you can learn complete forex trade education, access to trading signals. You can actually have the trade signals of what the team or trading desk is actually generating and giving out to its students, and also be part of the computer application education and other programs, ICT related courses. All right, with just this token for 3 months. All right, so the price is actually 100,000 for people outside Nigeria. Can actually do a conversion of this into dollars. Probably you can look at how to handle it. We have an online on-site training environment which you can actually be receiving trading and doing outside Nigeria. All right. So within the state, we have a trading desk and everywhere around Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja. All right. So you can actually walk in there and then ask questions and then be sure to get an answer. All right. So, but we have we're working on actually having an office in Ghana. At the moment, we're working on actually having an office in Ghana. So our students over at Ghana can actually have access to our top educators over there, and also speak with them one-on-one. Looking at, personally, I have plans of being in Ghana before the year. All right, I have a session there. I have session there I'm expecting to hold before the year. So probably I should be in Ghana before the year ends. Let's see when this corona and everything will be, put into halt and get the free movement. All right, so Ghana will actually witness GwinFX very soon. All right, so it's already 8:53. All right, is there any other play want me to analyze before I wrap it up? Any other pay? All right. So in the absence of any other pay, we'll call it a day. And I would advise you plan your trade and trade your plan. A good trader looks at its own strategy, don't look at other people's strategy. A good trader looks at its own strategy and work towards perfecting it. But I want to put in, you acquire the skills and the education. You cannot be a medical doctor by reading or by viewing, you having to go to school, get a certificate, and then practice. All right. You can only be a successful trader by acquiring knowledge and education, and also having a mentor to actually mentor. So go through the mentorship classes. That's how you can become a successful trader. All right. So Pipminds offer you such opportunity to actually earn while you are learning. All right. So you can actually be earning money from our signals and our trade signals, which we give up from our trading desk, and you can also be making money during the educational process. All right. So that'll be all for today. We'll be having, I think we're having other sessions today. Let's quickly go. Sessions today, but we were having Colombia will be live on his New York session. That's 3 p.m. All right. So we're having him available at the New York. All right. So see you on Wednesday, and I hope you'll be available to attend Santiago session. Have a wonderful day.